Hi everyone, welcome to Saturday strength training. We're going to be doing back, triceps, and shoulders. Starting us off is our dips. I want to think my hands are going to be right underneath my shoulders, so if I need to sit on them a little bit, I can wiggle back and forth. And I want to be on the edge of the bench as long as my hands aren't going to fall off, all right? So I want to make sure that as you're doing it, whatever variation, whether the feet are bent, this is the easiest variation, harder, and then plates on my lap to make me heavier would progress that even more, because for some of us that's going to be a little easy. Whatever variation you're using, you're going to make sure that you are skimming the bench with your t-shirt. You're not pulling away from the bench, okay? So you're just going to go straight up and straight down. You can almost feel it like kind of glide. Maybe you tap the bench a little bit. Just don't deviate too much. Again, so straight down, not forward or out. 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Our first back exercise is going to be half kneeling high row, or sometimes people call this half kneeling lat pull down. It depends how high this is. I'm going to have it to where your up leg is the arm that's going to be working, okay? Sometimes we'll do different combinations. I just picked this one for today. I'm going to kneel as tall as possible, making sure I have control of my upper and lower traps. Pull that back. I'm going to open up my chest with every pull. All right, I don't want to lean into it. I want to kneel, like I said, as tall as I can with this one. Pull back into my lower trap. Again, maintaining this. We're not going to come up in through here. We're going to go 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps per arm, and then I would just switch for this side as well. Our next back exercise is going to be incline dumbbell row. It could also be kettlebell row. That's fine as well. So I've got my incline. I could play around. Maybe I want it on the second hole or third hole. Have my dumbbells or kettlebells within reach. Focus on staying in a straight line, right? My core is tight. I'm going to be bracing my feet into the floor. As I pull up, I'm going to pull up a little bit more towards the bottom chest, not up too high like this, okay? So we're going to pull more towards belly button, bottom chest area, and making sure that we're not pulling here and shrugging up. See my neck? We're going to pull that down with our lower traps and keep that maintained during this movement. 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps is what you're going to be doing here. Our next shoulder exercise is going to be incline position. All right, same thing. My body's going to be in the same position. And it's going to be a side raise. I'm going to think about bringing that out like a T. Same rules apply. We are not shrugging or starting the movement with our neck. We don't want to make our neck disappear. We're trying to drive that down with the lower traps and lock that in as you come up. I would advise lighter the better on these, but you can still go anywhere with 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Our next tricep exercise is cable overhead extensions. You need a straight bar for this one, or it could be a curved bar, just something a little bit on the longer side. As I come up, I'm going to have to brace myself a little bit, maybe finagle it up. But something like this, bring it to the shoulder to come down, and then bring it to the shoulder first to come up, where you can have somebody help you with it. All right, I'm going to keep my shoulders to my tricep in the same position. I don't want to pull it down. All right, I don't want to lean my hips forward either. And I'm trying to keep my arms in that same position and hug my head with my elbows. I don't want them to go wide. I'm going to pull them in the best I can. And again, staying away from putting all the tension into my neck. We're going to go 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps here. Our last back exercise of the day is going to be single arm bent over row. You can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. All right, I'm going to be supported. I want to make sure my back's nice and straight. You can play around where to put your leg a little bit. And as I pull up and row, don't want to bounce my body up and down. I want to stay nice and steady. So we're not going to lean over like this and use momentum with this one. So stay nice and strict, right? I might let my shoulder go a little bit, but as I pull up, I'm squeezing into that position of using my lower traps and opening up the chest in order to pull that back. I don't need to pull it back as far as possible either, because then I end up hunching over. Just enough to get that good squeeze. We're going to go 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Our last exercise of the day is going to be single arm palms up side raises. You're going to use a dumbbell for this one. I'm going to think about keeping my arm lined up with my ear, so I don't want to pull it forward or push it too far behind me. I'm going to come all the way down. I'm going to finish as if I'm just kind of if I was meeting the other arm. just somewhere right in the middle through there. Focusing on not leaning over, shrugging, right? Bending the arm too much. I'm almost keeping a slight bend like a chest fly. This is going to be 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps per arm.